Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to 365 Days of Love and Miracles with A Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Geres, and I'm so glad that you are here. Please remember to listen right until the very end, because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe down below, because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson number 144. This is our fourth review lesson under the section, My Mind Holds Only What I Think with God. Before we read today's lesson, let's read and discuss paragraph 4 in the introduction in review 4. Paragraph 3 talked about defenses and finished with the line, their purpose is to show you something else and hold correction off through self-deceptions made to take its place. This is the ego is up to, trying to distract us, trying to keep us from seeing the truth of God's world of love. Let's read paragraph 4. And yet, your mind holds only what you think with God. Your self-deceptions cannot take the place of truth. No more than a child who throws a stick into the ocean can change the coming and the going of the tides, the warming of the water by the sun, the silver of the moon on it by night. So do we start each practice period in this review with readying our minds to understand the lessons that we read and see the meaning that they offer us. Let's talk about it. Remember that this section is readying us for what is to come. We have made great progress with meditating, with calming our minds, with recognizing when we are off track, when we're caught up in the world of the ego, when we're falling into judgment, when we're going into defensiveness, when we're going into attack, even if it's only in our mind. And we are learning how to bring ourselves back. When we recognize that we are caught up in this way of thinking, we can bring ourselves back to thinking with the mind of God. The world of the ego is not real. It actually does not exist. A Course in Miracles tells us that we are having a collective dream, but says your mind actually only holds what you think with God. The rest doesn't exist at all. Your self-deceptions cannot take the place of truth. Only truth is true. Illusions are not real. The language here is beautiful. No more than can a child who throws a stick into the ocean can change the coming and the going of tides, the warming of the water by the sun, the silver of the moon on it by night. Only God is able to do these things. Let's recognize this, my friends. Our ego is powerless. Our ego is weak. This is why our ego is so afraid and wants to hold on so tight. Only God has the ability to shine the sun, to manage the tides, to have the moon reflect on the ocean at night. Let's remember this as we ready our minds for each day's practice sessions and ask God to show us the meaning that they offer to each one of us. So let's take a quick look back at lesson 127. There is no love but God's. The third paragraph says, love cannot judge. As it is one itself, it looks on all as one. Its meaning lies in oneness, and it must elude the mind that thinks of it as partial or in part. There is no love but God's. This lesson was really telling us that there are no degrees of love, there are no stages of love. Love simply is, just like the air simply is, just like water simply is, just like God simply is. And God's love shines on every single one of us equally. We are also called to love in the same way. Further on in paragraph 3, it says, love is a law without an opposite. Its wholeness is the power holding everything as one, the link between the Father and the Son, which holds them both forever as the same. Love is the binding force, my friends. This is true in every circumstances. A Course in Miracles tells us that there are only two states of being. One is fear and the other is love. Let us choose love, my friends. Let's learn to recognize that any time that someone appears to be annoying us, that their behavior is a cry for love. How can we choose to extend God's love to them rather than engaging in attack thoughts or going into any kind of fear or judgment? This is an essential part of A Course in Miracles. Paragraph 4 says, Love's meaning is your own and shared by God Himself. For what you are is what He is. There is no love but His, and what He is everything. There is no limit placed upon Himself, and so you are unlimited as well. You are unlimited, my friend. There is no end to your capacity to love. Let's tap into this incredible resource today. And I love the prayer at the end of lesson 126. If you would like to close your eyes, I'll say it now. I bless you, brother, with the love of God, which I would share with you. For I would learn the joyous lesson that there is no love but God's, and yours and mine and everyone's. Amen. Review of lesson 128. The world I see holds nothing that I want. This, of course, is referring to the world of the ego. Is there anything in the world of the ego that you want? Is there anything that you're holding on to? I know that there are times when I have a plan, I want to do something, and I say a little prayer, say, dear God, is this what you want me to do? And I get back the answer, no. It's still a struggle for me, my friends, to surrender my will to God, to recognize that the world of the ego holds nothing that I want. If I push through, which I have done many times, it turns out badly. I'm not happy with the experience. I feel guilty because I know I'm going against God's will. This is a struggle that many of us face. Let's keep reminding ourselves, the world I see holds nothing that I want. Paragraph 6 says, pause and be still a little while and see how far you rise above the world when you release your mind from chains and let it seek the level where it finds itself at home. It will be grateful to be free a while. It knows where it belongs, but free its wings, and it will fly in sureness and in joy to join its holy purpose. Let it rest in its Creator, there to be restored to sanity, to freedom, and to love. This is talking about meditation, my friends. Pause and be still a little while. We cannot reach the mind of God when we're caught up in the busyness of the world. And the last paragraph says, protect your mind throughout the day as well. And when you think you see some value in an aspect or an image of the world, refuse to lay this chain upon your mind, but tell yourself with quiet certainty, this will not tempt me to delay myself. The world I see holds nothing that I want. Let's talk about our practice sessions for today. We are asked to have 2 5-minute practice sessions, first thing in the morning, last thing at night, where we simply read the ideas for today. My mind holds only what I think with God. There is no love but God's. The world I see holds nothing that I want. And then we simply sit in silent meditation for 5 minutes. Our hourly practice periods, we stop for a minute or two, and once again, review the idea for today and give ourselves 1 or 2 minutes to simply be quiet and reflect on the idea for today. Thanks so much for listening right until the end, my friends. If you enjoyed today's video, please share the love. Tell others about these videos. Encourage them to start at lesson 1 and only do 1 lesson a day. Are you ready for our special treat? Here we are at this incredible factory and gallery of all this beautiful art, pottery, just endless supply. You can hear them working in the background. And here we have some sort of a Mexican god standing there. Down here we have some, hope they're not cockroaches, cucarachas. And, oh, just so many interesting things. Gigantic vases. Look at the size of these things. They're taller than me. Some beautiful colors in here. An endless supply of all kinds of neat things. Here's some more gigantic vases. We're just having a wonderful time up here in Tonalá. My mind holds only what I think with God. There is no love but God's. The world I see holds nothing that I want. Have a day of only seeing through God's loving eyes, my friends. I love you.